Hey guys, it's Alex with Dirt Warrior Accessories, and today I'm going to show you how to install this vault. It's for a RZR Trail 2021 and up. It does not fit the Trail S, just the Trail. And yeah, we're going to get into this. Some of the tools we're going to be using today is a T40, a T30, and a T25, a Phillips #3 screwdriver, and an 11mm wrench. This is what's going to come in your kit. You got your front panel, your back panel, and your main door. Now I'm going to start with our front panel here. All of our panels are going to have the hardware and the cage clamp on the panel. So when you're taking it off, you got to make sure you keep the right hardware with the right panel. Yeah. So to get this on, we're actually going to take off our dash a little bit, and we're going to use our T40. We're going to take this Torx bolt out, and our panel's actually going to slide underneath the panel, sandwiching those two, like the bottom panel and the top panel. So we'll put that through the plastic right here. We'll put it through ours and then back into the little clip nut that it needs to go in. All right, now that I got the T40 kind of started, I'll go ahead and put my cage clamp on. Cage clamp's just going to go around the bar and then mount to this hole right here. And we're going to take our washer and our screw. We're going to put that through this side. Spacer goes on this side. And then both sides of the clamp go on. Okay, now I'm not going to tighten down the cage clamp all the way either. I'm going to leave that loose. I'm going to leave the T40 loose and the cage clamp loose for now. This panel is meant to be notched out for mirrors. This one, we just mounted the mirror straight to this panel by just drilling a hole in the mirror that we were using, just bolted straight to it. I have seen a lot of mirrors that can just do that. If you put the cage clamp that the mirror uses, then drill a hole and just run the mounting bolt through that. Other style mirrors just have a bigger clamp that you can notch this out. We did make this piece so it'll work with pretty much any mirror. All right, now we'll start on the back panel. Same thing, the cage clamps and all the hardware are going to be mounted to this. I got my cage clamps kind of where they need to be already. So I'll hold this panel up here, kind of see where the cage clamps need to go, and then place those there. Now I'll do the same thing and put my screw and then through the cage clamp. And then get the nut started. Get the nut started on the back side of this. And then I can move up to the top one. Same thing. Through the cage clamp. And the nut started. Now I'll take my 11mm and I'll kind of start getting this a little bit snug. I'm not going to tighten it all the way up yet, but I just don't want this panel to move around a ton. So I'll run this in a little ways. All right, we can cut that. And then all right, now we're ready to install our door. It mounts to these two T40s right here, and then there's a couple of T30s and T25 that you got to take out right here. So I'll go ahead and take those out. We'll start with the T25. And then that one's just a plastic screw. Goes into the plastic. Now I'll go to the T27, or I'm sorry, the T30. And I'll take these out. And then now I'll take out the T40s. Once I got all the bolts out, you're definitely going to want another set of hands. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. I have done it without, but it's just a lot easier if you have someone hold it. So as I'm doing this, I'm just looking at the hole, going through our door, then back into the hinge. Get that one started. I'll kind of just work my way back from what I just did. So I'll start with the T40s. I'm just snugging them, I'm not tightening them down. Now I can do the T30s. Gotta come up just a little bit. That aligned. That's started. That one. Those snugged. Then I can do the T25, a little soft screw. Goes into the plastic. So now I got everything loose still. What I want to do is shut the door. And while it's shut, get it where it needs to be. Move everything around. Then tighten it down right there. So I can move this panel in a minute. I'll move that forward. But the easiest way to get this to stay where you want it to be is to actually tighten it from the other side. So I'll take my T40, my T30s, because that's really the ones that are holding this door on. And I'll go around and tighten them from the inside of the car. All right, now that I climbed in the car and I got the door to where it needs to be, and it's shut nice, everything's lined up here really nice. Now what I'll do is I'll go around and move the panels where they need to be to seal off, and then tighten everything down there. So that was our install on the RZR Trail. All right, just a quick overview of our enclosure here. This is for a RZR Trail 900. They do come in different motor sizes, so like it's really the body that matters. It fits the 21 and up, so 2021 and up. All right, just a quick overview of how our doors work. So you just watched me install it on here. So we got it installed, but now if you just want to open it, you have your top lever here, and then you reach your hand in, and you can open the door up. Same thing on the inside. So you push this closed when you're sitting in there to open and close here. This lever just keeps everything tight while you're down on the trail, or it's even on your trailer. That just keeps the top tight. Got our interior handle here, so it's nice and easy to just get in and close close the door, then do the top latch, and then that keeps this whole thing super tight. Right on, guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching our install video on the RZR Trail. Go ahead and like and subscribe to this video, our YouTube channel. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Have a good one.